Yo, what up, guys? It's Burgers here, and you write the title right. I think army groups is basically merit buffet, or some people can say chest with merits on the battlefield. And of course, I'm going to explain why I don't send strong statements just like this and nothing to back up what I'm saying. Also, I'm going to give you a short update over our season and how since there's like 12 hours before the gate open and it's going to be wild, it's going to be hard and wild. But first thing first, why I think army groups is merit buffet, or maybe I should start with what I was thinking the army group is. I was thinking army group is something like, like a rally where you have a commander and that is leading the rally and you just feel the rally, and it's going to be something that is a single unit. And I was scared from the infantry type of groups because the counter attack is going to be crazy, and this is not a rally that you cannot control. This is an army group, so I was having a lot of how to say it. Uh, I was thinking a lot about these army groups, and since I was not able to be in war, I was not able to reproduce everything. But after I watched the video of Mr. Sneaky and Wastumania about the army groups, by the way, if you didn't watch this video, it's very interesting. You can just go on Mr. Sneaky channel and you can check it out. This video about the army groups. So from there, I understand is basically legions and one person command this legion, something like multi-boxing or something like this. I'm not so sure the right word is multi-boxing, but you can control couple legions on the battlefield. Something like you can do just by clicking on your left side and you pick all of your legions and you can control them. But so far, I was like, oh my god, thank god it's not like this. And I was thinking the army groups can attack castles or maybe just attack bastions. But again, I was thinking it's something like a one single unit, but it's not. So from where actually come this thing that I think is going to be merit buffet? Since if you go on the battlefield and you have like 5 legions outside, um, is going to be especially for the cavalry and infantry. I think this is going to be the biggest issue, cavalry and infantry. I think mage army groups is something that we already experience in Call of Dragons. Some people go with 3, 4, 5 mage legions outside, and they by clicking they point a single target. And absolutely same with the cavalry, same for the infantry if you go with 5 infantry legions. But so far, we didn't see that much this about the infantry and maybe the cavalry. Exception is cavalry mine. Even cavalry mine most of the times run like 3 or 4 legions. Right now, the army groups is going to run, I think, 5 legions. How many legions they can actually run? Uh, so I cannot currently create, but I think it's something like 5 legions. But anyway, I think they're going to be easy to be killed just because they're going to be stacked together. And I think this is going to be the weak place of the army group, and I think less and less people are going to use those army groups, or they're just people who is playing with their 3 legions. But you know, if you play with 3 mage legions, you just don't have the time to also control an infantry. Your infantry, you just throw your infantry on the enemy, and at some point your infantry die. But if there is somebody who can actually control your infantry till you're just pew pew with your mages or marksmen, this is absolutely great opportunity. So I don't say army groups is not going to exist. I don't say they're not going to get filled, but for the first time we're going to see 5 infantry marches, 5 cavalry marches. And as a mage main, boy, seeing these legions stick it together, and the splash damage and everything. There should be a splash damage because there is a separate legions from my point of view. So it's going to be it's going to be a lot of merits. This is maybe my point that I'm trying to say. Is just you're going to hit five legions, but you're going to get, okay, not five, it depends what kind of hero you use. Waldir is hitting four legions, Waldir three, Lilia three, but anyway, my point is it's going to be, I think, easy to get a lot of merits from these army groups. Now, exception is going to be if this is a mage or marksman group, but we already play like this. When I go out with four legions. That is like three mages, one marksman's, or four mage legions. So it's like one army group. But yeah, we're going to see for the first time melee units to be done with melee units, and melee units have a lot of disadvantages on the battlefield. They can be basically hit before they actually come. And if this was a rally, boy, if this army group was a one single army group, is something like a rally that you can control, it's going to be broken. It's going to be broken. But since it's not like this, I think um I think it's going to be easy to be killed. So this is my personal opinion. Of course, we need in real time fighting. We need something to, show up how the army group can be used and explore further about these army groups. But if this army groups is on the battlefield where there is everybody fighting, you have your mage marksmen like 50 legions against 50 legions. Most likely, this army group is going to be a target that everybody is just going to focus, just because of the disadvantage of the melee units, cavalry and marksmen, cavalry and infantry. Now for mage and marksmen, we already play like this. I mean, I already said that. So this is my takeaway over the army group. I think it's just going to be weak. I was thinking these army groups was created for the bastions, and it's going to be a single rally that you can, for example, with 10 army groups attack a bastion. Since we already know bastions is a big pain, and the faster you take out the bastion, the better. So I was thinking something like mechanic against the bastions, just to take out the bastions as fast as you can. And since this season still we have make away, it's not the season down, it is from the policy, we still have this thing make away. And I was thinking maybe the game just actually, by the way, make away, the big change here is actually 20 seconds, not 30 seconds. That is still nothing. It's still nothing. Even 5 seconds, for 5 seconds you can actually reinforce this bastion. So even 20 seconds is very long time. You can send it from the other corner of the map and still going to arrive in the bastion. So yeah, I was thinking it's something like anti-bastion mechanic. From at some point I hear that is some anti-multi boxing mechanic. I hear a lot of opinions. But from what I see, the way these groups are built, it didn't actually matter what is the purpose of this group. Is going to be destroyed by the mages. Period. I was thinking we're going to see infantry meta, but most likely it's going to be mage meta. If people over focus over these army groups, it's just going to be way more easy to be killed. And yeah, this is just for the army groups. Now let's jump over our season, how the things most likely are going to go. So currently, Pay to Win already have their two alliances that is going to jump on this side. This is Pay to Win 2, and I guess Pay to Win 3, if I remember right. Uh, yeah, Pay to Win 3. It's a little strange for me that they're going to jump with 3 alliances. I think it's something like overkill, but this is going to give them one extra bastion in general. I don't know, this map is not that big to use that many bastions. There is just 1, 2 choke points and the Thunder Rock, so maybe one bastion around this spire and maybe one bastion here going to be enough. So basically 2 alliances, but we're going to also enter with 3 alliances. So yeah, Pay to Win is going to enter from here. Basically, this is the main alliance. It's going to be alone. that this alliance is going to enter from this gate, and it's little different from the way we're going to go, since we actually have like two alliances here. We have AC and we have, I think this is DC. Yeah, we have AC/DC here, and we have ADF, which most likely is going to be the alliance that uh is going to build something to stop the invasion from the top. I think the main spear of pay to win is going to be from here. I think the main fighters, everything is going to be from here, and on this side is just going to be two alliances that is going to progress, maybe to occupy this gate 5, since this cannot actually help that much for the Thunder Rock. It's just so far away. I mean, going over this spire, after this from here, moving from here, we have a bridge here. We're going further, we have spire level 2. You go out basically from this plateau. You enter in this choke point, you continue moving in this direction, and there's the other choke point, and you're finally around the Thunder Rock. It's just big, big, big distance to be done, and I think most likely, the target of pay to win is going to be this gate here, just to occupy this gate. But from what I see, this gate is going to open way later in the future. I mean, where is the gate? This is pass 5 open. So to be able pay to win to enter in our zone, or we enter in the pay to win zone, this is basically 3 things before the season ends. This like taking 12 hours, so I don't know. This is the WAS gate that is going to open. So from my point of view, it's absolutely pointless to focus anybody to focus over this gate 5. I was thinking it's going to be of this season pass, it will be opened to attack it. Alliance can only attack pass. Okay, so wait a minute. Uh, is pass 5? Yeah, pass 5 open, so it is most likely it's going to be gray, which is so strange, in my opinion. Open. What? Okay, so here, just by checking what is going to open when, this is pass 7, this is for the dragon, and further we have pass 6. Maybe pass 5 is going to open. Pass 5 of a lot of season pass will become semi-protected when all pass is semi-protected unless must occupy Behemoth lair in the pass corresponding region before they can attack it. So basically it's going to be semi-protected, the pass 5, and it's going to open like a couple days before, I mean maybe 1 week before the season, the Augustone finish. So I was having I was scared about this gate 5, but may actually don't matter that much, since gate 6 is going to open, and this is pure invasion of the enemy or in our side. Gate 6 is pure invasion. So yeah, I'm not so sure why they make this gate 5 like this, but it is what it is. So far, we both we and pay to win is going to enter in the same zone with 3 alliances. Now, from point of tier 5s, I think, whew, bro, I think pay to win have way more tier 5 units, and tier 5 units, I mean, at some point you don't have anything else except tier 5. So if you have some big guns, for example, maybe I'm going to check pay to win. Look at this bad boy, 451 million power, and you have 131. Around the 100 is maybe not that important, but if I check my power, I have like 88 million power. So if I check my legions, I have like 4.5, let's say 4.5 million total units. And if I get more info, tech power, building power, legion power. So for every 4.5 million troops, I get 32 million power. So imagine if somebody is like 20, 90, 120, 120 million power. He's going to have double of my troop. Now 120. From there we go 153. He's going to have 3 times more units from. So from point of view, the wealth is is making big difference. It's making big difference because everything from specific power is going to be troops, awakened heroes, artifacts. This is going to be the power after specific point in your development of your castle. So there is a not that big difference between a 50 million power account and maybe 70 million account, but there is big difference from, for example, uh 70 to 90 million accounts. Just because this 50 million account may still need researches that is giving like 1.5 million power, is still going to need maybe buildings. You know, when you take out building and research power, is everything is troops, artifacts, and heroes, awakened heroes. So on this point of view, well, boy, Pay to Win is having advantage over us, and their roster is very strong. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they're very strong, and they have perfect combination. They have small tier 5 accounts. Okay, maybe not that small, because for example, I have like close to 90 million, 88, and in the same time I have like 2 million mages. So it's not that small tier 5 accounts when you see 91 or maybe 101 million, but this is good accounts that can uh, fight for longer on the battlefield. It's not going to be like the Krakens, but it's I think this is the best place you can be, around 100 million power. Even if you're 99, to not have problems with migrational permits. I mean, to not actually need to have more migrational permits. Yeah, and I know some fighters here. To be honest, I know some. I know Mordena. This is main marksman from the time I know her. So it's going to be very hard, but it is what it is. We're going to jump with 3 alliances. They're going to jump with 3 alliances, and I'm going to report the fight. So if you're interested in wars, or in general you're interested in this KVK, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also hit one like if you enjoyed the content. And yeah, I think it's going to be wild. 12 hours. 12 hours and sleepless night are starting. I'm not big fan. I mean, everybody are like this. Before the gate open, everybody are so excited. Or it's like, oh my god, I cannot wait. They get over excited in the world chat and blah blah blah. But the moment the gate open, and it's like 5 days after the gate open, people are like, oh my god, oh, bro, I want to sleep. Oh, I forgot to do something. Bruh. You know, people are tired, but it's always the excitement of the first day, 1, 2, 3 days. It's always like this. It's always like this, and I think this thing is not going to make exception. And again, for the army groups, I'm definitely going to make a little more detailed video, and maybe I'm going to make some army groups and show you, but I think it's just merit chest on the battlefield. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day. If you want to support my work, you can become a member of my channel and get access to all membership videos and all the live streams. On top of that, you're going to also get shout out in every video I make till you have your membership. Plus, you'll have 15 minutes Discord call with me answering your question and helping you building your account.